Welcome, respected sadhakas, shrotas, Upanishad vidyarthis, friends. Salutations to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations to you. Together, prayers to the Divine to allow us to be on this path without any distraction and reach the goal along. Vyaktitvas, Lokasevaka Adi, if you remember them, Lokasevaka, Dharmasthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Pirerita, Prashanta Gambhira, Samskrita Bhasha, Jnatrutva Vyakarana, Daivopasakaha, Guru Upasakaha, Mananakarta, Chitanakarta, Nididhyasanakarta, Anubhavanishthita. These are the 20 Vyaktitvas. We have to strengthen in us graces of Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana. In the class and other than the class, beyond the class too, whole day let every effort be done to invoke these blessings and to strengthen our Vyaktitva and to beyond the Adhyatmic Marga to reach to the goal. 5 things or 6 things we do. 1. Veda Parayanam. 2. Common sense thought. 3. Mantrocharana. 4. Prarthana Sankalpa. 5th. Upanishad Mantra Parayanam. Last. Upanishad Mantra Adhyanam. Shwethashwathara Upanishad under discussion. Panchamodhyaya. In that the JEEVA is explained in all the details. It's a combination of so many aspects, attitudes. All of them dismantled, there is no JEEVA. When there is no JEEVA, not that there is nothing. Where there was JEEVA, there alone is Brahman. Means, I think myself to be JEEVA with all these so-called associations. Minus all of them, I myself am Brahman. In Yoga Bhasha, if it is put, we understand it little clearer and better. It is said, Yoga Chittavrutti Nirodha Tada Drashtuhu Swarupe Avastha. When the Chitta Vrittis are all gone, the Drashta pure self has nothing to identify with to become Jiva. Therefore, Swarupe Avasthanam, he just establishes in himself. That Jiva's variety of self-inflicted bondages are told to us, on the name of the Jiva Lakshanas. A very good, useful, important topic. For that matter, every topic of Upanishads, Vedanta is very, very important to be known. And this topic of Jiva also is very, very essential. Let us start with the first one, the Vedic chanting, Mahasauram. We have started chanting yesterday. Few more Anuvakas are there, mantras are there. We will be doing them today. 7, 8, 9 minutes. It is 7.066 Saptamam Mandale. You see that? Om Atha Veda Parayanam Mahasauram Om Saptamam Mandale Shatshashtitamam Suktam Rushi Vasishtha Devata Surya Chandaha Arshi Virat Bruhati Arshi Bhurik Bruhati Pura Ushnika Swaraha Madhyamaha and Rashabaha. Start. Om Udutyadarshatam Vapurdiva Eti Pratihvare यदीमाशुर्वहति देव एतशो विश्वस्मै चक्षसे अरम् शीर्ष्णः शीर्ष्णो जगतस्तस्तुषस्पतिम् समया विश्वमारजः सप्तस्वसाराः सुविताय सौर्यम् वहन्ति हरितोरते तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं शुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येम शरदः शतं जीवेम शरदः शतम् अष्टमं मण्डले एकोत्तरशततमं सूक्तं ऋषिः जमदग्निः भार्गवः देवता सूर्यः ऋषिः जमदग्निः भार्गवः देवता सूर्यः छन्दः विराड् बृहति भूरिगृहति स्वरः मध्यमः ॐ ब्रह्मः असि सूर्यबलादित्य महा असि महस्ते सतो महिमा पनस्य तेद्धा देव महा असि बट्सूर्यश्रवसा महा असि सत्रा देव महा असि महना देवानाम सूर्य पुरोहितो विभुज्योतिरदाभ्यम् दशमं मण्डले सप्तत्रिंशं सूक्तं ऋषिः अवितपाः सौर्यः देवता सूर्यः छन्दः निःसृज्जगति विराट् जगति जगति निःसृतृष्टुः स्वरः निषादः धैवतः ॐ नमो मित्रस्य वरुणस्य चक्षसे महो देवाय तद्रुतं सपर्यथा दूरे दृशे देवजाताय केतवे दिवस्पुत्राय सूर्याय शंसताम् सामा सत्योक्तिः परिपातु विश्वतोऽद्यावा च यत्र ततन्ननः च विश्वमन्यन्निवीशते यदेजति विश्वाहापो विश्वाहोदेति सूर्यः न ते अदेवः प्रदिवो निवासते यदेतशेभिः पतरैरतर्यसि प्राचीनमन्यदनुवर्तते रज उदन्येन ज्योतिषा यासि सूर्य येन सूर्यज्योतिषा बाधसे तमो जगच्च विश्वमुदीयर्षि भानुना तेनास्मद्विश्वामनिरामनाहूतिम् अपामि वामप दुष्स्वप्न्यं सुवा विश्वस्य हि प्रेषितो रक्षसि व्रतमहीडयन्नुच्चरसि स्वदा अनो यदद्यत्वा सूर्योपब्रवामहैतं नो देवा अनुमंसीरथ क्रतुम् तन्नोऽद्यावा पृथिवी तन्न आप इन्द्रः शृण्वन्तु मरुतो हवं वचः मां शूने भूमसूर्यस्य सन्दृशि भद्रं जीवन्तो जरणामशीमहि विश्वात्वा सुमनसः सुचक्षस प्रजावन्तो अनमीवा अनागसः उद्यन्तं त्वामित्रमहो दिवे दिवे ज्योग्जीवाः प्रतिपश्येम सूर्या महि ज्योतिर्बिभ्रतं त्वा विचक्षणभास्वन्तं चक्षुषे चक्षुषे मयः आरोहं तं बृहतः पाजसस्परि वयं जीवाः प्रतिपश्येम सूर्य यस्य ते विश्वा भुवनानि केतुना प्रचेरतेन च विशन्ते अक्तुभिः अनागस्त्वेन हरिकेश सूर्याह्नाह्नानो वस्य सावस्य सोदिः शन्नो भवचक्षसा शन्नो अह्ना अह्ना शम्बानुना शं हिमाशं गृणेन यथा शमध्वञ्चमसद्धुरोणे तत्सूर्य द्रविणं देहि चित्रम् अस्माकं देवा उभयाय जन्मने शर्म यच्छ तद्विपदे चतुष्पदे अदत्पिबदूर्जयमानमशमाशितं तदस्मे संयोररपो ददातना यद्वो देवाश्चक्रुम जिह्वया गुरुमनसो वा प्रयुति देवहेळनम् हरावायो नो अविदुच्चुनायते तस्मिन् तदेनो वसवो निधेतन दशमं मण्डले 85 सूक्तं ऋषिः चक्षुः सूर्यः देवता सूर्यः छन्दः आर्ची स्वराट् गायत्री स्वराट् गायत्री गायत्री निश्रुत गायत्री विराट गायत्री स्वरः षड्जः सूर्यो नो दिवस्पातु वातो अन्तरिक्षात् अग्निर्नः पार्थिवेभ्यः जोषा सवितर्यस्य ते हरः शतंसवा अर्हति पाहि नो दिद्युतः पतन्त्याः चक्षुर्नो देवः सविता चक्षुर्न उदपर्वतः चक्षुर्धाता दधातु नः चक्षुर्नो देहि चक्षुषे चक्षुर्विख्यै तनोभ्यः सञ्चेदं विचपश्येम सुसन्दृशं त्वा वयं प्रतिपश्येम सूर्य विपश्येमनृचक्षसः दशमं मण्डले सप्तति उत्तरशततमं सूक्तम् ऋषिः विभ्राट् सूर्यः देवता सूर्यः छन्दः विराट् जगति जगति आस्तारपङ्क्तिः स्वरः निषादः पञ्चमः बिभ्राट् बृहत्पिबतु सौम्यं मद्वायुर्ददद्यज्ञपताव विहृतम् वातजोतो यो अभिरक्षति प्रजाः पुपोष पुरुधा विराजते बिभ्राट् बृहत् सुभृतं वाजसातमं धर्मं दिवो धरुणे सत्यमर्पितम् अमित्रः वृत्रः दन्युहन्तमं ज्योतिर्जज्ञे दस्युहन्तमं ज्योतिर्जज्ञे असुरः सपत्नः इदं श्रेष्ठं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिरुत्तमं विश्वजिद्दनजिदुच्यते बृहत् विश्वभ्राड्भ्राजो महिसूर्यो दृश उर्वप्रते सह ओजो अच्युतम् विभ्राजन् ज्योतिषा स्वरगच्छोरोचनं दिवः ये नेमा विश्वा भुवनान्यावृदा विश्वकर्मणा विश्वदेहे व्यावदा दशमं मण्डले एकोननवति उत्तरशततमं सूक्तम् ऋषिः सार्पराग्नि देवता सार्पराग्नि सूर्यो वा छन्दः निचुर्गायत्री विराट् गायत्री गायत्री स्वरः षड्जः आयङ्गौः पृष्टिरक्रमीदसनन्मातरं मातरं पुरः पितरं च प्रयन्स्वः अन्तश्चरति रोचनास्य प्राणादपानति व्यख्यन्महिषो दिवं त्रिगंशद्धामविराजति वाक्पतङ्गाय धीयते प्रतिवस्तोरहद्युभिः दशमं मण्डले नवति उत्तरशततमं सूक्तं ऋषिः अगमर्षणो मादुच्छन्दसः देवता भाववृत्तं छन्दः विराड् अनुष्टुपु अनुष्टुपु पादनिश्रुतु अनुष्टुपु स्वरः गान्धारः ॐ हृदं च सत्यं चाभेद्धात्तपसोऽध्यजायत ततो रात्र्यजायत ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः समुद्रादर्णवादधि संवत्सरो अजायत अहोरात्राणि विदधद्विश्वस्य मिषतो वशे सूर्या चन्द्रमसौ धाता यदा पूर्वमकल्पयद दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमतो स्वः ॐ शान्तिः 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 thus swaram mahasaura suktam is beautiful. We have done it. Surya Sambandhi, various mantras from various mandalas of the Rigveda. Tomorrow onwards, we may chant definitely 5 to 8 minutes Veda Parayanam. Krishna Vasudeva, let us see what the Lord tells us. Now, coming to our second, third aspects of the day, common sense thought. 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Remember, every day we talk about the things which we know only, but we talk to know them little better. That's the only difference. First and foremost is in life, for whatever the things we are dried up of or we are lacking, first thing in life is what? We should never lose hope and never give up. Never enter into that total level of depression, dejection, despondency, helplessness, hopelessness, etc. Many people go through those moods many a times. And for some, when that goes beyond control or limit, then they become addicted to many things, and some of them take even that final drastic step, you know, of killing themselves, killing someone, isn't it? The suicide, etc. Very horrible, irrespective of whatever the gender, male, female, age, you know, the 15-year youngster also failed in 10th class, 12th class, they commit suicide. An old lady of 75 years, the daughters in law not taking care, even she can commit suicide. So, in life, whatever the worst situation may come, first of all is don't give up, don't die. No animal also does like that. First is that. And those problems can be physical diseases, old age. You know, some people have such a terrible physical pain disease. मरना ही चाहते हो लोग मर भी नहीं सकते. Or the old age wherein absolutely all parts of the body are given up. Or the financial crisis. So tough sometimes. Both ends also don't meet. Or the cheatings by the people, the deception by the ones whom we have loved, we have trusted. Either they cheat us and go, or they go and cheat us. Either way, we have such type of so many things to go through in life. Insulted, humiliated, etc., etc. So these are all from the outside. From within me also, I may be, losing all the abilities or continuous failures in the things that I take up. So many. But first rule is never give up, never commit suicide in short, never enter into depression, no entering into those negative any of the addictions. We have to be prepared mentally, isn't it? Because किसको कब क्या होता है क्या पता. Suddenly shock कुछ हो गया, so then we don't know what to do. We then enter into this type of self destructive modes. नहीं होना चाहिए. Second is what? From every of the problems, many of the problems, there are ways to come out. Search out those ways and try to come out of those problems, crises, tragedies. And now, the old age, let us say, you inhale, exhale, till that last exhale is over, no inhale, or last inhale is over, no exhale. Be conscious about it. That's the solution there. One cannot become young after that. The diseases aspect, again, curable, non curable. If non curable, take the symptomatic relief measures, try to avoid that pain, but lose not the hope. Let it happen. Body is brought its prarabdha. In the same way, in all other occasions also, remember that that type of prarabdha we brought, that people will cheat us, the money will be lost, will be from such a high level of name and fame and money and recognition. Totally no name, no fame, no money, no recognition. है कि नहीं? As we were talking yesterday, 15-20 years back, the people who are in limelight in every of the fields, where are they? है ना? Totally gone. Mm. Yesterday I was reading or morning. Some fellow was the fastest to run in the entire planet, on the entire planet of human beings, fastest to run. Now he cannot even climb stairs. Fastest to run on the entire planet. पूरे भूमंडल में सबसे तेज दौड़ना अभी चल नहीं सकता. That's what will happen. Most beautiful Miss Universe can be the most ugly now. That award can be given the other side. Okay. When the Punya Phala is over, remember all the sukhas get dried up. When the Papa Phala gets ripened, terrible, unbearable, seeming dukkhas will come. Anyone, everyone. And which will come at what time, we don't know. So, first thought was, don't give up. Second is, try to come out of that. Right? At that moment, what best can be done? The health, the old age, we have seen today, two things. Third, with regard to the people, try to make new friends. If you think you cannot stay alone, isn't it? You can be a friend with a even neighbor, even a servant, or a old person. And when the old friend you can remember, you have people like you only there are. Go to the old age home, all of them are those only who are given up by the children. Oh, ऐसे होता है. बनाओ दोस्त. Come out of that problem. This problem is giving me dukkha. This might be a solution. Let me try. Be in that hopeful and effortful mood. That's what is the thought. So three things are told. Death, old age, disease, and this fourth one, when we are alone. Fifth one, when we have no money. So whatever small little works we can do to survive, do that. No need to feel कि इतना बड़ा मैं नौकरी करता था, अब मुझे छोटा करना पड़ा, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That was the need of the hour. We have seen so many Hindi movies. The one who is Malik of the same company will be the bhoj uthane wala in that same company. He will be. So what? You have to survive. You need money. Whatever the work, small, big, कुछ नहीं. Labor करना पड़ेगा, करो. Isn't it? But get your survival. Find hope in that way. Mean are these things. The money aspect, the people aspect, the health aspect, the old age, that to the death. Death क्या है? Wait for it. आने दो. ये पहली बार थोड़ी है. So what we can do from our side, keep doing. Right? Two things. Now the third one is what? Learning from all these anubhutis. Recognizing that we are human. Recognizing that we are given so many abilities. Recognizing that presence of so many opportunities. Now, be a Purusharthi. Continuous Purusharthi for both. To be relatively comfortable in the outer world, what Purusharthas have to be done? Know it and keep doing. You know, the main two ways are what? One, our own upasanas. Upasanas can give all of that. It can get us the friends, it can give us the wealth, it can give us the health, of course, old age and death cannot be avoided, but we go through them effortlessly. Upasanas. So too, with our own conscious effort also, we can learn some of the abilities, talents, then we can have our good livelihoods. So how many nastikas are there? अपने दिल दिमाग से मेहनत करके they are able to make their life comfortable. In fact, half of the population now, even in India, are self-sustaining only, self-depending only. स्कूल कॉलेज जाते हैं, पढ़ाई करते हैं, स्किल्स डेवलप करते हैं, बढ़िया नौकरी मिलता है, बढ़िया. Not even one day they remember God. Your own children can be examples. So either through upasanas or our own Narayana, other skills. Keep doing that Purushartha continuously to avoid the earlier said difficulties. Okay? Now, one more little spiritual thing can be added here is what? All dukkhas will come to us when we do the papa. So avoid that. What to do? You cannot have those papa karma done and avoid the dukkha. That's why some people with all their mehnat, money wise they may be rich. How many you can see in our political field, cinema field, people who are there crorpatis, 1,000 crores they have. But then see the mental agonies. The wife has left, the husband has left, some drug case, court case, people have cheated, health problems at the age of 40, 50, uncurable diseases. They again catch flight, go to London, get treated, come within 2 months again they have to go. ऐसे है तो क्या दुख देखो उनका, isn't it? And they get addicted to some drinks and all. भयंकर. How that all papa karma ka phala hai. Dukha with all the riches. Very sad to see that people so much money yet itna dukha, isn't it? So papa gives dukha, therefore consciously avoid. And what is papa? Troubling others. That's it. Papaya parapidana. So too, the Sukha Shanti comes to us with little punyam. Therefore, along with the academic works or the professional works, some punyam to the extent possible if we do, we will be with the available resources. In future, we will be in that happy mode, in that good position. ये है दो बात. No, ये सारे तो many a times we discussed. What today we wanted to add, the important thing is what? When we have to get good things, whether it is spiritual evolutions or the worldly comforts, etc., is it not because of our efforts? Point one. Two, why are we not able to put the efforts? Only this is an additional thought today. For not putting the efforts, there are only two reasons. One is weakness, second is laziness. Today's our common sense point discussion is this point. Is it that the weakness that not allowing us to do the efforts, or is it the laziness? And in more than 60, 70, 80% of cases, we take the laziness to be weakness. And therefore, I am weak, I cannot do. You are not weak. If you are weak, how come you shouted at your wife today so much? Your husband shouted so much. Your children, more than the dog, how much you barked with your neighbors? चिल्लाए अपने सर्वेंट पे, ड्राइवर पे. So you are not weak. You are lazy. So, am I weak or I am lazy? Because of which I am not able to do my Swadharma Udyoga for my survival. I am not able to do the Punya for my future, ensuring to be comfortable. And then I am not able to do so many spiritual sadhanas which I have to do. कर्म योगा, आदि भक्ति योगा, वेदांत योगा, ये सारा अगर मैं नहीं कर रहा हूं, is it because of weakness or laziness? Big question. If it is weakness, then what are the ways to get the strength? Do them and get the strength. Isn't it? The physical weakness hai, to get good food. You get physical strength, do exercise. There are the pranayamas. Isn't it? Be strong by all the means possible and then do the things. Isn't it? So too, if you are physically lazy, then there is no excuse, no? Laziness is never ever ever is justified for any reason. The tamoguna is the one which destroys the entire human being's progress. So too at the inner mind level. Mind ka to, you can't justify the mind to be weak also, to be lazy also. Body comes से weak हो सकता है because of the age or so much of work done or any disease. How can the mind be weak? It cannot be weak because mind is not gross, no? It is subtler one. It's all full of our thoughts. So we can keep on freely having the thoughts which can strengthen us. Think about it. What we do generally do is we entertain those thoughts which seemingly make the mind impotent and weak. ओ मेरे से नहीं हो सकता वाला थॉट, और मुझे जरूरत नहीं है वाला थॉट, और और कोई आके कुछ करेंगे वाला डिपेंडेंसी वाला these thoughts unnecessarily weaken us. Otherwise, like the body, the mind need not be weak. So therefore, the problem is traced. Find the solution. In the problem diagnosis only the solution is there. So instead of weakening thoughts, have the thoughts of strength. And have to do it. Do it as a habit every day, continuously. And I can't do meditation. No, I can do. I can do. I can't study mantras. No, I can. I can. I can. And start doing it. Really, you will see that we are able to do. So, if at all there is weakness, is self-inflicted at the mind level, change it with the strength. And the other terrible fellow, the villain in us, the weakness, sorry, the laziness of it, the mental laziness of not loving and liking the great sadhanas which we have to do because we are not remembering their glory. Yesterday, see that Rama Mahima, Rama Bhakti Mahima, how Kagbosundiji, Garudaji were discussing. Even in Skanda Purana also, the great, great stories, how much they were encouraging and inspiring. So too the intellectual lethargy. बस सोचना ही नहीं है हमको. We have almost come on to the fag end of our life, yet not even started intellectually thinking either what is Paramatma Tattva, how to achieve him, or what is Shreyas, what is the ultimate good. बैठकर विचारना ही शुरू नहीं किया, चिंता करते जा रहे हैं, चिंतन स्टार्ट ही नहीं किया. The worst aspect is that somebody is going on telling us, but we have never started to think for ourselves. Intellectual lethargy. The whole world of humanity, if at all suffers, struggles, is only because of lethargy at the intellectual level. If the intellect starts thinking well, it finds so many solutions for problems, so many ideas for better future. Spiritually also, worldly also. सोचना ही है हमको बस. We suffer the problem, we wait the problem for to going away, but we don't think to solve the problem, nor we think to prevent the future problems. ये इंटेलेक्चुअल लेथार्जी से हमको बाहर आना है, isn't it? रात को सोने से पहले think what are the great sadhanas tomorrow I have to do. Make a note of them, 10, 20 of them. सुबह उठते ही browse through them and start involving in one by one and keep assessing in between intellectually कि am I able to do what I thought of. और इस तरह से जिस दिन का उस दिन जो कर सकते हैं करना चाहिए कर दी. That is highest achievement. याद रखो. Just like you put money in the bank daily, monthly, within 20 years, you will see without your even very concerned that the balance has grown. In spirituality also, every day, what is to be done, if it is done in the perfect manner to be done, perfect manner underline karo, then the required or definite progress will happen. Whatever the necessary progress has to happen. So therefore, think today more and more cool. Is it weakness or is it laziness? Both are not allowed. We cannot just wait to be weak. Never ever we can be the victim of the laziness. And we are all victims of that laziness, tamo. Then think what intellectual thoughts, minds, emotions, bodily non-performances are making me lazy. You can see some houses, the person is 80, 90 years still so active physically. सुबह उठे walking के चले गए. And the other fellow, his own children, grandchildren, 25, 30, the buffalo has not got up even till 9 o'clock. If he is like this at this age of 25, what he'll be at the age of 50? Then 70? Think. Physical laziness. So to the emotional laziness. They won't even take initiative to ask others अब कैसे हो मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ क्या. But the other fellow so active emotionally mind level, हाँ सबको फोन करके पूछते आप कैसे हो करके. I know one person. Everybody hates him, dislikes him because of their stupidity. Because he takes initiative, calls everyone, finds how you are. That is the emotional dynamism it is. ऐसे लोग रेयर होते हैं आजकल जो इनिशिएटिव लेकर फोन करके पूछते हैं कि आप कैसे हो. And we are so lazy that we don't want to be asked by others. मैं मेरे मरना मर रहा हूँ, तुम क्यों पूछते हो मेरे को? Such a lazy fellow कि somebody has called me, let me thank and reciprocate. उतना भी नहीं होता हमको आजकल mentally. What a funniest people we are. Totally drowned in the drugs of whatever the things we don't know, which have made us lazy. Intellectual, active people, some are continuously thinking, planning, executing bigger and bigger activities. I tell you, the intellectual laziness, घर का भी वो चला नहीं सकता. So much laziness का घर की साफ सुथरा भी नहीं हो सकता. Intellectual laziness who is not planning. There is a fellow who is taking care of the whole country. See the intellectual dynamism. इतना फर्क ये घर नहीं चल पा रहा. 140 करोड़ घर घर चल रहे हैं या लोगों का. I'm really surprised to see some people. How come they are the heads of big firms or offices under whom tens and thousands and lakhs of people are working? कितना महान है रे बाबा. One command so many people is in every industry. है ना बिजनेस फील्ड में आप देखो, इंडस्ट्रियल फील्ड में देखो, पॉलिटिकल फील्ड में देखो. See, we have to observe the world. We have to see the achievers. We have to see how active, dynamic they are. They never allowed the laziness to weakness to creep in. बस करते 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 वो लोग मर गए. हम बिना किए नहीं मर रहे हैं. We are living the death. Some live even after death. So today's so many thoughts, but main is it weakness or laziness? सोच लो. Thank you. Now today's mantra is Friday. Mother Annapurna we will remember. Beautiful mantra. Annapurna Stotram is there. Huge one. Nityanandakari Varabhayakari Saundarya Ratnakari Nirdota Kilaghora Papanikari Pratyaksha Maheshwari Praleya Chalavamsha Pavanakari काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी माता अन्नपूर्णेश्वरी. ऐसे there are 8 to 10 mantras. That huge one we learn when we grow, when we are more qualified. In that stotram, the last but 2 mantra, which is only 2-liner, that we chant, that we learn. The mantra is this: Om. Then Annapurne, Sadapurne, Shankara, Prana Vallabhe, Jnana, Vairagya, Siddhyartham, Bhiksham, Dehicha, Parvati. This is the mantra. But the meaning is sweet and prayer is very essential. And when it touches the heart of Mother, if she blesses, then we will never lack anything which gives tushti pushti to us in our life. So Om Annapurne, it is again vocative. Purna Purne, Mata Mate, Ganga Gange. So Annapurne, O Mother who is full of the food. Her name is Annapurna because he is Purna with all Anna. Then Sada Purne, quickly I am telling the meaning without much of the symbolic Vedantic explanation. Sada Purne, The one who is Purna in yourself because of your infinite nature and also because of your love for all, isn't it? In the completeness of the love, there is completeness. Mother is Sada Purna. Why? She is mother, she knows all children are her own. So children are whatever they are, but she loves them, that gives Purnata. So we are your children, we do lots of mistakes. Those mistakes doesn't make you Apurna. Apurnata will come when you can't forgive us. But you being true mother, you forgive us, you embrace us, you always take care of us. That's why you are Sada Purna. Our Apurnatas will not make you Apurna. You are Sada Purna. Isn't it? Like we just now saw a common sense thought that none of the Apurnatas of money, health, etc. make us Apurna is equal to miserable. Purnata mein raho. Yes, it's okay. I'm ready to go through. I learn lesson from it. I'll do better to be better. Our case, the jivas. But the mother is she's infinite. So why there is apurnata in her? So Annapurne, Sada Purne. Annapurna, full of the food. Sada Purna, full of the love. Shankara Prana Vallabhe. Vallabha, consort. Prana Vallabha, consort as equivalent to the Prana himself. Of whom? Shankara, the Kashi Vishwanath. Annapurna Devi is there. Kashi, everywhere she is there. Shankara Prana Vallabhe. Then Parvati. Parvati again is vocative. We are requesting her. Bhiksham Dehi cha Parvati. O Parvati Mata, O Annapurna, Bhiksham Dehi. Give me the Bhiksha. With that Bhiksha, I will be surviving. And what will I do with my survival? Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham. See that? Jnana Siddhyartham, to fulfill myself in the Brahmanubhuti, and for it as a qualification, Vairagya. That other than Paramatma have no raga dvesha to anything of this materialistic world. Okay? So Annapurne understandable, Sadapurne understandable, Shankara Pranavallabhe understandable, Parvati understandable, Bhiksham Dehicha Parvati is understandable. Okay? The thing to be understood is Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartha. The whole human life's real fulfillments are in knowing the truth through jnana. And to gain that jnanam as a qualification and as a proof of that jnanam, after the jnanam, both are one only, and that is vairagya. You have seen that the other day in Tulsi Ramayana, the one who has become manasika swastha, mentally healthy, his lakshanas are told, 5 of them. One of them was Vishayo ke prati parama virag. To gain the Atma Jnanam, we need to have Vairagya, then only we can focus on it. Once the self is realized, the Brahman, the Atman, its expression is again Vairagya because there is nothing other than Brahman to have Ragadvesha. So, complementing each other are these Jnana and Vairagya. And I have to do the sadhana to fulfill myself in that Siddhyartha. For that, I have to survive. Therefore, O Mother, if at all involved in any of the endeavors, any of the professions, I will lack the time, I will be tired, exhausted, and then there are umpteen number of chances of punya or papa which will bind me. Therefore, I don't want to do any profession to earn my money, but I have to be surviving also. So what I can do is only I can beg you, Bhiksham De. Okay, this is Jnana Vairagya's necessity explained. Then the other aspect is what? Bhiksham Dehi. This is most important. Here Bhiksham Dehi ka arth ho gaya. Two things only I'll explain, not many. One aspect of Bhiksha is whatever comes is taken without complaints and demands. One meaning of भिक्षा is कौन सा कहाँ से कितना आएगा उस पे कोई डिमांड नहीं कंप्लेंट. Second aspect of भिक्षा is consuming minimum for survival. That's it. So choicelessness and minimum. You understood? These two things constitute bhiksha. So by asking the mother bhiksham dehi, we are indicating to her that let me accept whatever you give for my survival and let me develop that art of living in minimum. That's the bhiksha. That's it. Regarding my possessions, involvements is that much. Once through the bhiksha given by you, I am surviving alive. The whole life I spent only in Jnana Siddhi, Vairagya Siddhi. Vairagya Siddhi and Jnana Siddhi. Remember, when we pray, we have to be very clear what we are praying for. If we pray for many things, she will bless us, but we'll be caught up in that. If we don't pray, then she will not give, then we have to struggle. When we struggle, then we cannot do sadhana. And again, the prayer should be like Bhiksha. Oh mother, give me minimum and let me be contented in it. And let me be contented also in receiving whatever you give me. If these two are there, then the mind is totally freed from anything others outside things. With that mind and intellect only, I can do my pursuits of jnana and vairagya. What a beautiful mantra, no? I really love this mantra. Here at the gross level, Annapurna Mata will see that all the anna that is, anna means everything required for survival. The anna for the stomach is food, the anna for the body is clothing, and again anna for survival is the house to stay. The anna is also the people who are required for us when we need, not when we don't need. तो ये सारे शब्द स्पर्श रसगंध जो हमारे सर्वाइवल के लिए चाहिए, all of that is anna. So with the mother's kripa, whatever minimum required for us, so that we are comfortably living without any lacking or any problem. And she will give us. Then what? Engage in the sadhana. है ना? अब इसमें एक बात देख लो जो थोड़ा आउट ऑफ कंटेक्स्ट है बट फिर भी क्या है, जी रहे हो ना, जीने के लिए मिनिमम मिल रहा है ना, या आप डोंट हैव ग्रीड, डू sadhana. If we are not doing sadhana and instead of contented with what we have, if we start having the greed, wanting more and more, yaad rakho, there is no end to it. You get everything, still you want some more thing. And for lives together, that greed keeps us distracted towards the world, takes us away from the spiritual. मैं तो यही सोचता हूँ कि मिनिमम जिंदगी के लिए जीने के लिए दे दो, so that I am not habituated to any comforts, bhogas, nor I am distracted from you, O Lord, nor I am depending on the people where again I incur the debts for clearing which again I have to be the servant to them. Again, then always remember the few things, very Vedantic, they are very pure things which may not be liked by us. They appear to be very bitter and pessimistic. When we are born, we are never with cloth. When we die, that time also will be no cloth. When we are born, we were limited to only a small cradle. When we are going to die, that time also we will be only in a caught up. We can't move if still we are alive. When we are born alone, we were alone. When we are born, we were alone. Nobody knows us. As we go toward the day, only one or two whom we pay the servant, they will be there with us if we have money. Or the children throw us in some old age home, there somebody. शुरू में जैसा होता है ना, एंड भी वैसा ही होता है. इन बिटवीन थोड़ा by God's grace, whatever comes, and what we do that matters. Sadhana. By the way, keep it in mind. Now, Annapurna Sadapurna, beautiful mantra. Remember Mother Annapurna of Kashi. You can see when you enter from Dundi Ganapati, much before that only, that path from that Ashwamedha Ghat के तरफ से enter करोगे, तो first as you go inside, right side Mother's temple comes, Annapurna. Then only Lord Shiva Vishwanath. है ना. Evening class also ours is Vishwanatha and Shankara Bhagwan's discussion. मनीषा पंच. आजकल पूरा टेम्पल का होलिया बदल गया. इतना फ्रीली घूमते हुए दर्शन करके आते थे 10-20 साल पहले. अभी घंटों लाइन, पास भी नहीं जाने देते, दूर से. Now remember the mother and chant Om Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranavallabhe ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. तीज ह्रस्व. अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ॐ श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः. ॐ अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती. ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। ओम अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राणवल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। ओम श्री अन्नपूर्णामात्रे नमः। Friends, through all these everydays prayers here, also the Ramayana evening, also Skanda Purana, which are the authorities for us as they are all given by the great rishis, bhaktas. We must know that the Ishvara very much is there. All these devatas, swarupas, with their powers of blessing are very much there. And these are all mantras when with the meaning known and with the bhava and bhakti and shraddha when chanting is done, addressing them, definitely they reach them and they reciprocate. Many a times we either because of pseudo Vedanta or being in the company of the Nastikas and that type of education we have gone through, or our carelessness, we lose this important point of, you know, knowing, accepting the presence of Paramatma in different rupas and invoking the Krupa. Then we are the losers. Now this mantra is given by the Advaita Acharya Adi Shankara only. You know, either by not knowing we give up both bhakti and jnana, or by mixing up them and confused also we give up both. And the wisdom is knowing both are there, knowing both are existing, knowing both are required, and managing both of them, complementing each other. That's the wisdom we have to have. So very much the divine is there. We have to invoke the Kripa. Right, friends? Just 2 minutes for our class. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yirime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Bhavata Janata Suhita Bhavita. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Parabrahmane Shruti Matre समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ते तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थमस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ अथ पारायणं फ्रेंड्स, पारायणं 6th chapter 4 5th onwards। ॐ आदिस्स संयोग निमित्त हेतुः परस्त्रिकालादकलोऽपि दृष्टः तं विश्वरूपं भवभूतमीड्यं देवं स्वचित्तस्तमुपास्य पूर्वं स वृक्षकालाकृतिभिः परोऽन्यः यस्मात् प्रपञ्चः परिवर्ततेयं धर्मावहं पापनुदं भगेशं ज्ञात्वात्मस्थममृतं विश्वधाम तमीश्वराणां परमं महेश्वरं तं देवतानां परमं च दैवतं पतिं पतीनां परमं परस्तात् विदाम देवं भुवनेशमेड्यं न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च। By now, respected friends, you must be very clear that in the evolution, spiritual for all of us, not one, not two, many, many things become causes. Our job is to bring all those causes into effectiveness, isn't it? The Sharira Swasthata required, the Mana Ekagrata is required, the Shuddhi of the Chitta is required, the Sukshmata of the Buddhi is required, the humbleness of Aham is required, the removal of Raga Dveshadi, the requirement of Viveka Vairagyadi. See that? See, from our side, the Guru Upasana, Guru Bhakti, Guru Shraddha. From that side, the Guru also has to bless us by giving us love and time and his tapas shakti, isn't it? From our side, again, our Upasana to the Ishvara, then Ishvara also will have to bless us. From our side, we have to finish our duties towards the world. Then only the world will give us permission, Hana, to bless us to go beyond the world, to be spiritual. The Lord will consult the world. He has this fellow got any loans to be done, cleared? Clear hai Bhagavan, और भी loan है भगवान, then will not give. Bhagavan will not give us the visa and passport for the spirituality. We have to clear those things. And people may forgive us and say, Chalo, aap jao spirituality mein, or even waive off all our loans. Some of them say, no, even last pay also you'll have to pay, then only we permit. These are all things very subtly, unknowingly happen. That's why we have to get the mukti of the runa by clearing it, and don't get a new runa. Don't depend on anyone for anything. Die if required, but no, isn't it? Depend on the Lord. When Lord gives, it's not a runa. In this way, so many things. put together is Adhyatmikata. Again, our prarabdhas, our daily habits, our weaknesses, the place in which we stay, the people around us, the company, our sentiments, our obligations, our attachments. Ab dekho, so many things have to be set and adjusted. Then only the spiritual growth happens. Our regularity of shastras, sincerity of study, and again and again our mind intellects get slipped. Again we have to reinstate them. देखो ये सब मिलकर साधना होता है इन सबको जानना ही मेच्योरिटी है इट ओनली टेक्स लॉट ऑफ टाइम and the one who knows all this then with all patience perseverance he slowly moves trying his best in every effort now when we see the central government of our country nowadays very vichitra with all their goodwill and willingness and abilities try to bring our country in all aspects to the top position or better position. And then from nowhere, no reasons unexpected, the troubles, problems come. And the one he has very matured, whoever he may be, that in life, individual and total, anything can come anytime. I should be ready to face. The beauty is in knowing this and accepting this and facing all of them, yet not compromising with that noble goal that is chosen. Isn't it? Vichitra hota hai. The coalition only, they will withdraw support. Those who are supporting all our projects, they may oppose some of them. है ना? Very tough. Sometimes you can use all your tactics to suppress them, keep them away, or blackmail them, threaten them. They're all in politics. Somebody comes into power by doing all this. Isn't it? Somebody in your own party is against you, but has got some problems. You just threaten them. मैं बाहर करूंगा चुप हो जाएगा वो. But how long they all work? See that, isn't it? From each of the state, their problems come. The opposition, the problems come. The Pakistan gets sends the terrorist. The Nepal joins the China. The Sri Lanka is not grateful. आप देखो विचित्र the good friend suddenly becomes the one to impose all sanctions tariffs विचित्र है कि नहीं now the Saudi Arabia whom our fellow so much like he joins hands with Pakistan he says anybody bombing you is bombing me only how much you have to go on doing the whole life remember problems aate रहते like body also cure one disease another comes if not disease a weakness will come a laziness will come. Be prepared. Life is full of all of them. They keep on happening. With patience, perseverance, dhairyam, dhirata. Yesterday we saw, buddhir balam esho dhairyam. With that dhirata, patience, perseverance, our job is knowing to the best of the abilities and doing to the best of abilities. That's the meaning of karmanyeva adhikaraste mahaphaleshwin Gita also. Why all this introduction given is, even in our endeavor of scriptural study, trying to know the truth, intellectually understanding it, then getting convinced about it, then willingness to start external, internal sadhanas and pursuing them consistently. Not a smooth, easy, just like that journey. Very few are there who have done lot of upasana punya in the earlier hundreds of lives. उनके लिए छठ मंगनी पट ब्याह हो जाता है. But the majority of us, every moment we have to have that extra efforts, extra patience, because nothing is easy. And it is like that one. And it was like that for many. Maximum. We are not new. है ना? But all in all, the Lakshya Shuddhi, if there, it is there. What you and I, through all these classes, doing is only one. Lakshya Shuddhi. If Even after studying all these Upanishads 10 times with me, both of us, if we come to one conclusion that Parabrahma Prapti alone is moksha hetu, and that alone is my goal. If this one thing is achieved, I tell you, all our 10,000 classes are fulfilled. Because once that Nishchayatmika Buddhi happens regarding the Laksha, from that only the search for the Marga, search for all the Yogyatas, they will follow. Because if the Laksha Shuddhi is not there, then why will we prepare for that? Why will we work for that? All these studies I am doing for myself and discussing with you are only to achieve this. Ki other than Paramatma, nothing is real. Other than Paramatma, nothing can be the goal. Therefore, for me, the goal is Paramatma and nothing other than Him. That's it. ये निश्चय पहुंचना मेरा काम है, मेरे लिए और सुनने वालों. Then, at the time of sadhana, then so many troubles will come. We be prepared to go through them. Isn't it? If you study the Puranas and all, if not the stories of struggles and endeavors and difficulties, what are they? Which Mahabhakta or Mahagnani became Bhakta and Gnani just like that, without difficulties, without tests? कोई भी नहीं. We are not exception. So let's enjoy our ride. Let it have all the ups and downs. So what? Be in that mode. Okay. Now, friends, in this Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Panchamodhyaya, Jiva is being explained. Yesterday we have seen again the summary of the mantra 7 and 8. The ninth mantras, Bhashya, very short, sweet. We'll see today. I'm straight away taking the ninth mantra, Parayanam. Before that, the Sambandha Bhashya is Punaha api Drishtantantarena Darshet. Again, with another example, the Jiva in his Sukshmata aspect is being explained. Jiva only is being discussed. In the coming shloka, the Sukshmatva of him is told, which was the last thought in the earlier shloka. What was the last thought? Aragra matrohi aparopi drushtaha. That aragra matratva is the Sukshmatva of the Jiva. That is little more explained in the next mantra through an drushtanta, through an example. What is it? Let us chant mantra 9. Om balagrashata bhagasya shatadha kalpitasya cha bhago jivasya vigneyaha tadanantyaya kalpate. Again, balagrashata bhagasya shatadha kalpitasya cha bhago jivasya vigneyaha तदानन्त्याय कल्पते तदानन्त्याय कल्पत इति. Bluetooth mode. That tadanantyaya kalpata iti second time comes in some other Upanishad. Again, balagrashata bhagasya shatadha kalpitasya cha bhago jivasya vigneyaha tadanantyaya kalpate. No, this shloka's understanding has an ability to remove our hold on the wrong concepts of sizes and insistence on sizes, measurements. Very beautiful shloka with very essential consequence if we can catch it. Right? Here, the jiva's size is told as if Bala means hair. Bala agra is the end of the hair. Bal. Shatabhagasya, you make it to 100 equal pieces. Not the hair this way, the tip of the hair. ऊपर से vertically cutting 100. है ना? Hold on to your A hair. Or if your husband or wife are sitting, just experiment. ले लो एक फिर खड़ा करो. Then take a knife and make it 100. Take a blade. Made Out of the 100, take one, then make it 100. Then the tip of it is there, no? 10,000th of the hair. 100 into 100, 10,000. That is Jiva size. Bala Agra Shatabhagasya, again Shatada Kalpitasya Bhagaha. Jivaha Savigneya. And to your surprise, Sacha, he alone Anantyaya Kalpate. He only, when he is rightly understood, he himself is found to be Ananta. So therefore, Jiva Ananta hai ya 10,000th of an hair hai. Both are concepts. He is beyond that. The concept of the size is valid only in the Rupanama. In the Jiva, which is only a Bhava, and the truth, the reality, the Brahman, which is Anubhava, them you cannot measure with any of the measurements. है ना? कितने किलो है, कितना ग्राम है, कितना मीटर्स है, कितने लीटर्स है, how many decibels is that Jiva and Brahman? If it is Shabda Sparsha Pradaganda, in that way you can measure. Is it cold or very very, very cold, freezing cold? Or it is hot or very hot or very, very hot? It is very, 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 very soft like silk, or it is very hard like your own heart. How is it? पत्थर की तरह. These measurements are only to the matter, to the Maya Shakti, to the Jiva Bhava, to the Paramatma Tattva. These measurements don't work. एक बात clear कर लो. And that's why the same Jiva in one life is in mosquito. अरे इतना छोटा शरीर. Other he will be in the elephant size body. In the mosquito, in every part of that he was there. So utna chota. When an elephant body, such a huge one, again in every part that Jiva is there. बड़ा हो गया. डायनासोरस उसमें हो गया. और कोई बड़ा जीव का तो इमेजिन करो, he will be there. That's a bhava. And Jiva in his nature is Paramatma. The Paramatma is Anantyaya Kalpati. Right? Just 2 minutes only, we'll go through Bhashya because this sloka is very simple. Bhashya. Balagra iti. I am explaining you the mantra Balagra. Balagrasya Shatakritvaha. Balaka Agruko Shatakritvaha 100. It is made into cuts. Means Bhedam Apaditasya. Bheda means cutting. Bhedyate, Bheda. Yo Bhagaha. That one part when it is made 100. Tasyapi Shatada Kalpitasya Bhagaha. Even that also when you divide it into 100, that Bhagaha Jivaha Saha Vigneyaha. That is called as Jiva Bhava. Why it is explained like this? That by explaining this way. What Shruti Mata wants to convey, what Shwethashwathara Rishiji wants to convey is Lingasya Ati Sukshmatvat Tat Parinamena Ayam Vyapadishyate. So beautiful, no? A new thought today. Lingasya Ati Sukshmatvat Tat Parinamena Vyapadishyate. Vyapadishyate means told. Vyapadishyate means indicated. Vyapadishyate means explained. What is told, explained, indicated? Jiva. In measurement with what? Tat parinamena vyapadishyate. With that parimana, uh, with the measurement of that, the jiva is explained. That means what? Aplinga sharira. Okay. So who is jiva? The Brahman, the Atman alone, identified with the Sukshma sharira is jiva. ये तो हमको पता है. And Sukshma sharira is so Sukshma. That's why it's called Sukshma sharira. So Linga Dehasya, Linga means Sukshma Sharirasya, Ati Sukshmatvat. It is so Sukshma like that. So Ati Sukshmatvat. Now yaad rakho, the space is all pervading. But it is Atyanta Sukshma. Like what the atomic scientists do, they go into the atom They have gone into the subatom, the nucleus. When they are going, where do they end? Naturally, when they are going into the deeper things, they are ending up towards the sukshma vastu only, no? Going into the depth of the thing is equal to searching the sukshma vastu. Atyanta sukshma sthai, if at all they reach. Where do they reach, Only one thing, that's called as space. And where is that space? All pervading. So, sarva sukshma is sarva vyapaka. So, this jiva is atyanta sukshma. Lingasya ati sukshmatvat tat parimanena ayam vyapadishyate. Tat parimanena, with regard to the parimana of that sukshma sharira, the jiva's size is said to be very sukshma. And linga sharira is like balagra shatavagasya sharira kalvidas. Identified with that Brahman, the Jiva is also said to be like that. Otherwise, Jiva is not a concept, it's a concept, not a object or reality for it to even have the measurement. Yet it is measured in these terms with regard to the Sukshma Sharira. The Sukshma Sharira being so Sukshma, with its Parimana, the Jiva is explained. And such Jiva, when he kicks that Sukshma Sharira Tatatmya, what he'll find himself to be? He'll find him to be the Ananta Paramatma. That's what is the last line. Sahacha Jiva Saha cha Jiva Swarupena. Sahacha Jiva Swarupena. So as a Jiva who is so micro, Balagra Shatabhagasya Shatada Kalpitasya cha, because of the expression or identity with the Sukshma Sharira, the same one is Anantyaya Kalpate. In his true nature, he is infinite only. That's why Swataha. When he kicks away this Upadhi Tadatmya and finds himself in his own essential nature, that Jiva is the Ananta Brahman only. Such a Anantyaya Kalpa. है ना? Like as if the water in a bubble. How micro it is. Bubble is made up of water only, na? How is micro? If that water of the bubble gets out of that bubble identity, Sukshma Sharira, it discovers itself to be that water which is infinite ocean only. ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे दाएं बाएं, nothing but the water only. Anantyaya kalpate, water only. Isn't it? So therefore, the Ananta Paramatma through the Jiva Upadhi Tadatma, as a Jiva he expresses, and this Upadhi Sukshma Sharira being so Sukshma, he is also Jiva very Sukshma. So Sukshma Jivi, Sukshma Kada, the Sukshmata is because of the Sukshma Sharira or Linga Sharira. So in this way, one more aspect of the Jiva about his size is explained. That with regard to the Sukshma Sharira, he identified and told he is so small like 1/10,000th size of a hair's tip. But the same one, when he identifies the self, Anantyaya Kalpati. Right? One more slok mein, such Jiva being Sukshma Sharira has nothing to do with the Sharira. Therefore, that thing which belongs to Stula Sharira called as Linga Dharana, Linga Nirdharana, male or female or neuter, that is not applicable to Jiva. That's a beautiful thought. Tomorrow we are going to study. After this, how this Jiva gets bound into the samsara, that will be told in the 12वां mantra. 12वां mantra बहुत बहुत आवश्यक. 13 and 14 talk about the sadhana and moksha for this Jiva by reaching to his essential self. May these mantras and their meanings be revealed pakka to all of us in our intellectual understanding, inspiring us to do the sadhana of rejecting all upadhi and jiva bhava and embracing nirupadhika atmanubhava, because in that alone there is fulfillment and mukti. Continue tomorrow. Om 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 ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। धन्यवाद। गीता sometime.